Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Etho Modpack. My name is Classic Tim, and I've done quite a bit off camera since last episode. I didn't have a lot of time to record, but I had quite a bit of time to play off camera. So I did. I just did some general stuff that we needed to do. If we run down here, I've got some of all the thermal expansion machines. You know, all the pulverizers, redstone furnace, induction smelter, magma crucible, and fluid transposer. It's good to have all these machines because you'll never know when you need them. And I've got this chest up here just to go into the redstone furnace to save some time. And all that is being powered underneath by one of these hardened energy cells, which is almost actually out of power. And then I've got another one of them sitting over here. So if you probably got a quick glimpse over there, because I had these machines, I was able to make the better redstone energy cells. What are they called? Yeah, redstone energy cells, which hold a total of 10 million redstone flux each. And that's amazing because this system actually here produces a lot of power. These things filled up in like 10 minutes tops. I didn't time it, but it seemed really fast. So we've actually got quite a bit of power coming off here, and these guys have been running great. We've got a ton of charcoal. We've got this much buffered. All these are all filled, and they're just going in as it goes. This is full, and he's just chopping away. You'll notice here I've actually put an axe on this guy and named it Woodchopper 2000. For some reason, my first woodchopper, or whatever I named him, I actually forgot, he turned back into a normal turtle. So he didn't have the name, he didn't have the program installed, and he was kind of just a blank turtle with nothing on him. I'm not sure what happened, something to do with maybe me moving the world saves around. But I just put an axe on him and then named him again and moved the program from the one turtle into the other. You can do that in the actual save file. So, I don't know, I just ran him again. Not that big of a deal. Just a waste of 3 diamonds. And this guy is still producing away at all this and has actually used up all the wood here. So, this guy's actually making this guy wait. So that's awesome. We got plenty of charcoal though, so that's not a problem. But yeah, either way, now we've got some serious power going on here. It's time to upgrade our applied energistics system. And actually, I made a couple tesseracts from the same way that I made these with all those machines that I made. So we're going to go ahead and make just some tesseract networks here. So we'll just make one for power. We'll add that there. Check it. And we'll make that just send energy. Sending energy. Alright. So then if we come over here, we've moved our system over here, just from inside there, to give us some more space. And then once we figure out exactly how we want to set this up, we'll start building an actual applied energistics building for this, because this is going to get pretty big. Oh yeah, one more thing. I upgraded my food since I finished all my pizzas. So for our food, we've got cooked turtle for an appetizer, which heals 1 little haunch, but then it's also got 3.5 saturation, so that's just a little appetizer, 5 entire cooked turtles. And then for our main course, we've got 15 different types of cheeseburgers. We've got a normal hamburger, a cheeseburger, and a bacon cheeseburger. Delectable. Bacon cheeseburgers is actually one of my favorite foods in real life. I know I'm kind of like an American, but whatever. And to drink, we've got strawberry juice, pure strawberry juice, and as dessert, we've got 5 caramel apples. So yeah, with all this set up, we are good for food for quite a while. Which that means I can actually eat one right now. Alright, so now, applied energistics won't actually use redstone flux. You have to make this thing called an energy acceptor. Not too hard to make, just a flux crystal and some quartz glass and some iron. So we can go ahead and put that right there and the tesseract right behind it. And we'll connect this to the power, and that should be receiving energy. That's fine. So this thing should boot up. Yep, there we go. So this thing is now running off of the energy from that system, and we don't have to fill it up with any extra coal or anything like that. And it's actually not even connected to the energy cells. It's just running off of the energy that those dynamos are constantly producing. So we never really have to worry about filling this thing up at all, which is good because we're going to get pretty advanced here. So advanced, actually, we're going to have to make a new system for this. We're going to need, what's it called? An ME Ah, man, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of this right now. ME something. Search, search, search. ME controller. There we go, I remembered. Okay, so in order to do something any bigger than 8 channels, each one of these machines is a channel, so this is a channel, this is a channel, so we've got a total of 2 right now, so not a big deal. But in order to do anything more than 8, we're going to need an ME controller, and that lets us do a lot more. So it looks like we just need some skystone, some pure fluix crystals, and some engineering processors to make that. I've crafted a lot of this stuff earlier, so this should be pretty easy to make. We just need some skystone. We've got this, but we're going to have to smelt it, which is not that big of a deal anymore since I've got my redstone furnace hooked up, and this thing is pretty quick. And it looks like in this version you can actually add some upgrades to this, so that you can actually make them faster, which I always thought you needed to do in the Attack of the B Team pack. There was just no way to upgrade these, so you just needed a lot of them to do anything. So it's kind of cool that we can do that now, especially because we have so much power. Putting some speed upgrades on that will not be a problem at all. Okay, so now we've got some skystone. Put that there. Alright, now we've got an ME controller. So this will just connect to our system, and what we should do actually is move this and have this here connect here, and I need some more. Oh yeah, it reminds me. I also made one of these knapsacks from Tinker's Construct. It's a good way of storing things because it doesn't take up an inventory spot, so you don't have to worry about dropping or losing it. And it just comes up in a little tab up here. And this is where I put all my essential tools that I always need when I don't have them. So I've got, my different types of wrenches here, Carpenter's hammer. This is the thing for these pipes. And then, the watering can, some basic tools, a lever, some water, my sleeping bag to go to sleep. Some torches, and then these actual cables. So I need to grab one of these, break this. Alright, so ideally we'd want this to come right off of here, like that. Got here. And then, oh, I got a sheep trophy. Look at that, I didn't even know this mod pack had sheep trophies. I guess it's from Open Blocks. Alright, first trophy. Not bad, I got my sounds down, but alright, that's actually my second ever trophy that I got without using a farm or anything. So that's kind of cool. And I got it on camera. Let's take a sleep. And back to work. And this sleeping bag, it's definitely one of my favorite things. For convenience-wise, not having to run back to sleep is really nice. So this block is really cool. I love the effects on it. Lets you know that your system is on and everything like that. So this will just have to connect to all here, and since this power will actually transfer all through these machines, so this is getting power, all this is getting power just from this here. So this thing will allow us to do up to 32 channels per side. So we can do 32 channels coming off this way, 32 channels coming off this way, and 32 channels off coming this way. So we got plenty of space for machines and auto-crafting and stuff like that. And we can actually make more of these as long as they're touching. So we can put another one of these here and then have, 32 channels coming off each side. So we won't need to do that for a while though. This thing does take power, but we've got plenty of power. Okay, so next we're going to need a molecular assembler. Molecular assembler. There we go. And can we make that? Yes, we can. Okay, awesome. So this thing can just go ahead and connect right to the system as well. Alright, there we go. And this is what you use to actually auto-craft, which is what we're going to be getting into right now, in case you haven't realized. I'm not exactly sure exactly how this works, but it's connected here, but it's not actually auto-crafting anything. But it looks like we can put a crafting recipe right there. So, actually, we're going to need to make an interface terminal, aren't we? Terminal. We're going to need, yes, because, and the interface. Okay, we're going to need an interface. And the interface, make one of these. Do we have enough for that? Nope, we actually need a couple more of these formation and annihilation. Annihilation, and then This will be so much easier once I can auto-craft all this stuff. Why does these things keep popping back and forth between different spots? That's kind of annoying. Okay, and then we need formation. Awesome, we can make those. Okay. Look, they're back. What are these? That's so weird. They keep appearing and disappearing. Okay, so now we can make one of these. Alright, put that in there. And then we can make this. Should be able to. Alright, so we can actually replace this with that. Because this thing should actually have crafting on it. No, it doesn't. I guess this isn't the thing that we actually needed. We need the pattern terminal. Okay, but to make that, that's actually not that bad. We'll probably need this terminal at some point in the future. So we'll put that right on the back here, just in case we need it. And then we can go ahead and put this back because we're going to need to craft. Oh, well, this is kind of annoying. We can't craft this unless we have this thing open. So we'll just have to take out all of our things because we're actually going to need this terminal to do it. So we just need an engineering processor, which I've made a couple of here. So grab one of these, and then we can break this and put the crafting terminal with the engineering processor, and now we have a pattern terminal. Okay, so we're almost ready to start auto crafting. So let's put this back here, and we'll put this on the side just in case we need it later. Alright, so now we've got a new system here. We've got this pattern section. We've still got the crafting and everything, so we can still use this. But now we have crafting. So we're going to need to make some patterns. Pattern. Coded pattern. Blank pattern. That's what we need. Alright, do I have any glowstone? I do. Okay, so we can make, let's just start with one. And then we can put this here, and let's start with just planks, or just wood. So we craft wood into planks. There we go. And then we encode it. Alright. So now if we hold shift, it'll show what we're trying to craft here. And as you can see, we get crafts 4 oak planks with 1 oak wood. Alright, so now we have an encoded pattern. We can shift right click on this to clear it, I'm pretty sure. But if we put this in here, then that should make this molecular assembler work with crafting. So let's just look in here and see if we can do planks. Let's take that out. And no, it's not auto crafting. And I think that's because we need to actually put an interface on here. There's no interface. So it's just going to be right here. But if we do put logs in here, log. Do I have any more logs? Oak wood. Oh, it's called wood. Not logs. Whatever. If we put some logs in here, it should auto-craft them. Yep, there we go, and put it in the system. So this is working right now. We just need an interface to actually go into it. So let's make another one of those interfaces. We should have enough to do that since those things made 2. Interface. Interface, interface, interface. ME interface. So we need to make another one of these. Oh no, are we out of glass entirely? Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, well let's cook some more. Again, not a problem with our new redstone furnace. I'm really happy that we're starting to get further along in this mod pack. We're getting past the little hump where everything takes forever to craft and stuff like that. We just need 2 right away. There we go. Once we start getting this auto crafting set up though, we're not going to have any more problems moving along with this stuff. Because auto crafting is amazing. Okay. ME interface. Alright. Wait, we did have glass. Nope, I guess not. It's okay, it's gone. And we can craft this again to make a little one. Wait a second. Something's wrong here. Okay. It's glitching out a little bit. Like this should be gone now. What? It's gone now. Okay. So we put the interface right there. And now this thing is interacting with this thing. We can take that out and put this in the interface. Oops. Okay, there. So each interface can hold up to, it looks like 9 different patterns. And each one will just connect to one of these. So you can put 9 different items in here and then all 9 will work with this. And you can actually put the interfaces on all different sides. So you can actually put the 9 different patterns on each side of this thing. So one of these molecular assemblers can actually craft a lot of different things. But now if we go here, we should be able to go to plank, take out these. Yep, now it says craft. But I don't think this thing actually has... Oh, yes it does. It's connected to this. This ME interface doesn't transfer power. So since we're connected here, it's fine. But other than that, usually we'd have to actually connect it somewhere else. Okay. But now, if we go planks, there we go, and we can do 10 planks. Next. Alright, and then it says how much wood it's going to use and how many it's going to craft. No crafting CPUs are available. Well, that's a problem. Looks like we're going to have to make a crafting CPU. Hopefully that's easy enough. CPU. Crafting co-processing unit. Well, we don't want that. Crafting unit, crafting co-processing unit, crafting monitor. 1K storage. This is what we need. And we need a unit to do that. Alright, so make a crafting unit. Looks like we need those cables. Okay, crafting unit done. Why can't I craft it? Hello? I'm selecting it. Am I doing something wrong? Oh. Oh, because that wasn't actually in there. Okay, that's why. Okay, make a crafting unit, and then we need to turn it into 1K storage by making one of these, and then combining them. Okay, so this is actually what transfers, what controls all the crafting. So a bigger one of these will let you craft more things at once, but since we're just kind of using this one thing here, it won't be a problem. We can actually connect this anywhere, even right next to this machine. So now we have a crafting CPU, and this controls the crafting. So let's try that again with planks. And, nope, if we craft 10 planks, next, now it'll have the CPU there, and it'll take 3 planks and craft them, or 3 logs and craft them into 3 planks. Alright, craft, and if we look really quick, we missed it already, it's so quick. But now we've got the 12 planks there. Okay, so now here's another thing that's really cool. Let's go ahead and make another one of those patterns. Patterns. And it looks like we're safe to make a couple of these, I think. Alright, so we'll make another one of these, and we'll do planks, and we'll move them into sticks. Alright, so now we have crafting recipe for sticks. And we can put that in the same thing. And if we go stick, looks like we've already got some in there. Let's just take those out. We've got 9. We've got the ability to craft sticks. But if we take out all the planks too, then we're not going to have any planks to make sticks with. And looks like we're going to need another sleep. Wow, has it been like 15 minutes already? I guess I can really talk. And there we go. So it won't be able to make sticks because we don't have any planks, right? Wrong. It will actually know that it has the ability to craft planks. It'll put logs in, craft planks, and then put sticks in and craft sticks. So if we go sticks, and we'll select 10 sticks. Let's do 20 sticks actually, and hit next. Oh, it's going to use the birch wood. Okay, let's take out those planks too then. Take out those, and we're going to have to take out this spruce wood as well to show this off. Okay. So now if we do sticks, and we'll craft 20, next. Now it will take 3 logs, craft them into 12 planks, and craft them into 20 sticks. Start. So now if we look over here, put the sticks in, put the planks in, and it's already crafting the sticks. So it's really fast, actually. And if we go back to sticks, there are our 20 sticks. So that's amazing that it knows multi-step processing like that. And this is just the start of what we can do. You can connect it to machines as well and smelt ores, and you can make tesseracts just by clicking make 10 tesseracts, and it'll put all the stuff in. It'll smelt down the ender pearls. It'll make the shiny metal. It'll do this and this and this, and then you got a tesseract. So yeah, I mean tesseracts are one of my least favorite things to create, but we're going to need at least 2 of them to make this thing actually efficient. But that pretty much sums up the easy auto crafting here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably make a few more of these, set this up a little bit better, and you know, make a ton more crafting recipes. But for right now, I'm actually just going to end the episode here because it is Easter. So happy Easter to everyone if you celebrate Easter. And if not, eat the jelly bean anyway. They're really good. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.